What's good to all our new and returning subscribers? If you're here for the raw drama and the stories they try to keep quiet, you're in the right spot. Let's jump into this one because the streets can't stop talking about it. Floyd Mayweather just took a hit harder than anything he ever caught in the ring. And this time, it wasn't from a punch. It came from the unlikeliest tag team you could imagine. 50 Cent linking up with Katt Williams for a takedown. Nobody saw coming.
Let's be very, very clear. It is possible that there isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress. And if that's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy.
Yeah, you caught that right. The man who built his brand on being untouchable, Mr. Money Team himself, is now slipping under the weight of a scandal. And it ain't just random shade either. Minus 50 and Katt are cutting deep. Ripping at Floyd's carefully polished image like it was held together with tape, the internet. Man, they're eating it up, sitting back with snacks, live reactions, and no mercy at all. For years, people thought Floyd couldn't be touched outside the ring. But this feels different. This is a full-on exposure run. And it's threatening to crumble one of the slickest reputations sports has ever seen. It all kicked off when Katt Williams, the raw, unfiltered comic known for never biting his tongue, took the stage and pointed his sharp humor straight at Floyd. He didn't just poke fun. He stripped Floyd down piece by piece, from the luxury jets to the watches to the endless stacks of cash. Katt painted it all as nothing more than smoke and mirrors. A shiny shell, hiding emptiness behind the scenes. According to Katt, Floyd isn't who he says he is. And right as the audience was still reeling from the roast, here comes 50 Cent. Sliding in like he was waiting for the alley-oop. You already know 50. When he sees blood, he doesn't hesitate. He fired off his trademark Instagram shots, leaving cryptic captions that landed like body blows. "Money ain't respect," he wrote. "And real fighters don't duck in real life." Boom. You could practically hear the crowd gasp like the first bell just rang. This wasn't about laughs or clout anymore. This was about pulling Floyd off that pedestal. And when you really think about it, this goes back years-old beef simmering for so long it turned into gasoline. Now with Katt and 50 teaming up, it feels coordinated. It's like a tag team waiting for the right moment to corner. Floyd, one distracts, the other swings heavily. And the wildest part, this whole firestorm didn't just appear out of nowhere. There was a trigger. Something that made both of them decide now was the perfect time to turn Floyd's world upside down.
I'm not going to speak bad about P. Diddy because he's still a black man. Mistakes happen, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake.
ChatGPT said, Floyd really set himself up for this one when he opened his mouth and said some questionable things about, of all people, Diddy, in the middle of lawsuits and disturbing allegations surrounding Diddy. Floyd hopped on the Pivot podcast and said he wouldn't speak badly about him because he's still a black man. But then he went further, saying even if something like that happened to his own daughter, it was her choice and he wouldn't judge. That line had the internet in shock, and it didn't take long for 52 pounds. He reposted the clip with one of his ruthless captions, "Champ, are you stupid or are you dumb? Nobody even asked you about this. Get me the underscore out of your head. You sound like a hater. Did he do it? Coming soon?" That wasn't just Shadu, was a direct hit for months. 50 has been going after Diddy, dropping hints about a docuseries called Surviving Diddy or Did He Do It, modeled after the R. Kelly takedown. By calling Floyd out, he tied him to Diddy's name in the worst way possible, making both of them trending topics in the same sentence. 2 scandals, 1 storm. And here's where things get even heavier. Floyd's past isn't spotless either. People online quickly brought up the fact that he has 7 documented cases of assault against 5 women, dating back to 2001. Melissa Brim, the mother of his daughter, once accused him of slamming a car door on her head and punching her multiple times. Then there's Josie Harris, who had an even more public and painful history with Floyd. She accused him of beating her. dragging her by the hair and humiliating her in front of their kids. Floyd even pled guilty to domestic battery and served time. Those aren't rumors, they're court records. So when Floyd positioned himself as some kind of voice of reason defending Diddy, the internet wasn't buying it. Folks were quick to say this wasn't about race or loyalty. This was about accountability. And that's exactly what 50 and Katt have been hammering. While 50 has been firing off non-stop shots online, Katt's been doubling down on stage, roasting Floyd's hypocrisy and lifestyle like it's a comedy special dedicated just to him. That whole untouchable image, Floyd worked years to protect the undefeated champ. The private jets, the endless money is starting to look shaky. And the louder Floyd defends himself, the more 50 and Katt remind everyone of the skeletons in his closet. The funny thing is, this beef didn't come out of nowhere. Floyd and 50 used to be tight. Back in the early 2000s and 2010s, they were practically inseparable. 50 was ringside for Floyd's biggest fights. They partied together. And they even had plans to start a boxing promotion while Floyd was in jail. But when he got out, word was Floyd cut 50 off, kept the money moving without him, and left him out of the empire they talked about building. Ever since then, it's been shot back and forth memes about Floyd's reading skills, shady interviews, and now this wave of documentary threats. Now, Floyd jumping into the Diddy mess. 50 sees the perfect opening to finish what's been brewing for years. And Katt Williams. He's just fueling the fire, dragging Floyd's name into every set and keeping the heat alive. Fans are watching it all unfold, and many are side-eyeing Floyd like never before. The man who once stood as a symbol of dominance and wealth now looks like someone scrambling to keep his empire from crumbling. Meanwhile, 50 is in his element, controlling the narrative, pushing receipts, and rallying an audience that loves the drama. The big question now is what's next? If 50 really does roll out that surviving Diddy project and ties Floyd to the story, this could be a knockout outside the ring. It's because what used to be whispered about Floyd on blogs is now blasted across timelines. It's in a fight he can't duck. And this time, there's no referee to step in and save him. Legacy, reputation, and accountability are all on the line. And judging by the way 50 and Katt are moving, this battle has only just begun.